Quite the day of basketball on Saturday at the Kohl Center as the Wisconsin Badgers did pretty much everything right at crunch time and knocking off previously undefeated Michigan 64-54. We'll look back at some of the highlights. After a close loss on Monday, the Badgers bounce back with authority on Saturday. We'll take a look at the games of the past week. It's also Alumni Weekend, specifically honoring the 1989 Wisconsin Badgers. We'll talk about that and more with head coach Greg Gard coming up on today's edition of the Badgers Sports Report. Badgers up 3 with 10:10 left in the half. Davison at the top. He'll throw to Happ left side, takes it off the wing, got cut off by Jordan Poole. Happ goes to the floor, maintains the dribble on his knees, gets back up, backs in. Reavers turns to Kobe King. Kobe, a bounce into Happ, low on the right, up over Davis, good again off the glass. Happ's liking that matchup more than a little bit. Turns at the 4 to the right side, bounce pass to Happ, he's with Teskey. Ethan turns, left shoulder up right hand, good. That wasn't easy. Happ made it look pretty easy. Ethan now with 8, 19-18 Michigan, 4:23 left till halftime. Go to Kobe King, sideline right. Matthews is on a ball screen, Happ. Throw now from King to Ethan, out of 4. Good look at a 3, right of the circle, good. Now lean forward from distance. Badgers regain the lead. Bounce pass to Happ on the right wing. Teskey giving Ethan space. Bounce pass into Davison, low on the right. Brad turns and scores. 6 for Davison, 25-21 Wisconsin, with 1:20 left in the first half. 2.5 minutes into the second half, 31-27 Michigan. Happ goes into Reavers in traffic. Nice move around Matthews, up and in. Nice up and under. Dave Reavers working inside to pull the Badgers within 2. It's his sweet spot, works to the top of the circle. Throws to Reavers, fakes the 3, steps to his left, inside the right elbow, jumper away is good. Reavers with 7, Badgers within 1. Trice out high. Picked up by Davis on a switch. Right wing mid-range J is good for Trice. He has 4. 37-35 Michigan with 14:25 to play. Hands off to Davison. He fell down, but he got the pass to Happ first. Ethan gets doubled. Happ cuts in the lane, runs it out. Fritzl feeds forward for 3. Left of the circle. Book it. A lean forward, his second hit from distance, and the Badgers have the lead, 40-39. Davison outside left. Brad throwing to Reavers, fakes the 3, moving in on Simpson, backing is Reavers, backing now. Teskey is there on the double, finds a cutting forward, low on the right, up and in, and counts and a foul. And 1 for a lean forward. On the dribble, Teskey picked him up, and Trice swoops to the rim. Up, no good. Rebound, Teskey. Lobs it ahead for Poole. Deflected by Davison. Saved it to Kobe King. What a play by Davison. And here's Happ to the front court to the right side. Happ against Brosdakis. Happ trying to measure him. Moves in right lane line. In the lane, up left hand, good. Happ gives Wisconsin the lead, 45-44. 7:27 remaining. Davison out front. High screen, Happ. Davison right of the lane. Pivots as he kills the dribble. A bounce to Happ. Ethan left of the lane. Kicks it out to King. Snaps off a 3. Good. Kobe King, his second 3-point hit. 48-44 Wisconsin with 6:40 remaining. 4:30 to play, 50-46 Wisconsin. King throws to Trice on the right side. Covered up by Eli Brooks. They know that's his sweet spot. Dimitri Trice at right angle. Trice along the sideline. Shot clock down to 10. Trice to the foul line. Goes inside. Caught by Happ. Slam dunk. Right hand punch from Ethan Happ. Badgers going to bleed that clock. Trice edge of the center circle. 35 to play, 15 to shoot. Trice against Xavier Simpson. Michigan playing for the stop. 30 to play, 10 to shoot. Trice outside left against Livers. Trice left of the lane. Spinning into Happ. Goes up. No. Got it back. Yes! Happ with the follow. Badgers up 6. 20 seconds to play. 50-54, Wisconsin. Simpson's 3. Blocked by Reavers. Comes to Happ. Lead feed Rivers. Slam dunk. Nate Reavers. And the Badgers lead by 8. And the Wisconsin Badgers get a huge win at the Kohl Center today. As the fans pour onto the floor, the Badgers give Michigan its first loss of the season. 64-54, Wisconsin knocks off the Michigan Wolverines.
You know, if we executed better down the stretch in the 3 losses that we've had, then we'd be sitting at 6-0 rather than 3-3. So that's kind of the mentality we came in, and we knew that we had to execute once the game got tight down the end, and that's what we did.
This is Wisconsin basketball. Stolen by Ethan Happ. Happ to the rim, and he hammers it down with the right hand. He'll drive to the goal and hammers it down. And running into Davison, who takes the charge again. The feed to Trice, who splashes a triple. Out the fourth with 3 left of the circle. Tie game.
The Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
This is where amazing happens, where ideas turn into realities. This is where they developed a better way to observe blood flow, a better way to visualize pediatric heart surgeries before they even happen. You see, at UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital, they're not just changing the lives of their patients, they're changing the way the world treats complex pediatric conditions. UW Health. Remarkable.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
Hi, this is Coach Greg Gard, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame chalk talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters play a vital role in assisting our staff and student athletes through fundraising and sponsorship. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There's no better way to show your support than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
It's obviously a team game, and it's huge when we have Nate stepping up and hitting those big shots like you mentioned. But not only that, like you said, his defense on Teskey and being able to shot block around the rim. It was big for us, and I know I can think of a couple of visuals in my head about him blocking Xavier Simpson when we needed a stop, and so it's big when he plays like that.
Whatever momentum and advantage we can get. Like when you play on your home court, you want to take advantage of every opportunity and every advantage that you can have, and get as much leverage as you can, and playing to the home crowd and getting them into the game. Not only does it get them into the game, but it gets our juices flowing and gets our energy up. And when we have 40 minutes of energy, we're a pretty tough team to beat.
Yeah, we've felt that way going into every Big Ten game. This is a big one and we have to get it. So, but when the hole that we've dug ourselves being 3-3 to start out, this was definitely a little more juice, and there's a little more juice in the stands today as well. And I know Brad's always pumping up the crowd and getting everyone into it. Nate does it sometimes too, so it's always nice when we get a full crowd and they can get behind us.
Just helps us get back on track and gives us a lot of confidence moving forward, because we beat a team like that, we know we can play with anybody.
I think after the last couple of weeks that we've had, it felt good for all of us to come in there. At first we kind of just went over the game, but it's a little more fun to go over the game when you have a smile on your face after a win. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, but then again, we know that it's still January, and we got a lot of work to do.
Happy for our guys, the way they battled, the way they competed, and to get the result that they've been trying to get for the last couple of weeks against a terrific team. Proud of them. Kept battling back. It wasn't always pretty. It wasn't go exactly how planned all the time, which that's life, and they responded. And like I said, that's what I'm most proud of, just how they kept responding, kept coming back, kept battling, and found a way.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.
Here comes Wisconsin. Fit Happ to the offensive end on the right side. Happ backing on Livers, throws it back out to Davison. Brad against Jordan Poole, and now Livers picks him up. Davison in the lane, feeds Rivers. Left side, make that Reavers. Left side three is good. Nate Reavers from distance, 7-5 Wisconsin. He feeds Kobe with 10 on the shot clock. King goes into Happ, right of the paint. Single coverage, back out to King. Fakes the three, now takes the three right side. Nailed it. Kobe King, little rhythm dribble there. Got himself set. Davison gets a ball screen from Happ. Davison moves to his right, throws to Nate Reavers into Happ, up and under, low on the left is good off the window. 4 for Happ.
Big Ten schedule resumes for the Badgers back on the road Wednesday against Illinois. Of course, a couple more games this past week, including Saturday against the Michigan Wolverines. Part of Alumni Weekend. They have that every year, of course, with Wisconsin basketball this past weekend, recognizing the 1988-89 Wisconsin Badgers that made the NIT, and that was the first postseason bid for Wisconsin men's basketball since 1947. So on the surface, I know Howard Moore's talked about this, Greg, you're thinking NIT, but it meant something in a league that was ridiculously good that season. And honoring, you know, if it's any group, in this case the 89 Badgers, but the Alumni Weekend, that's a pretty big deal for you, I know.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's important just to have all those guys come back, just the camaraderie and the friendships that have grown and how important that era was in terms of the building of the program. And as you mentioned, the first postseason appearance in a long time. And that was an important piece in terms of what was to come or what has come since then. So, and as you mentioned, Big Ten, they had 2 teams in the Final Four. I think Michigan won the national championship that year. So the Big Ten was extremely loaded. And it's great to see all those guys back, to have them here and around our guys too. I think that's always special for our current players to see how guys have gone on, what they've done with their career, and also get a little information on how good of players they were back then.
Yeah, that group did a lot of heavy lifting, and there were teams before that as well. But that group, I think it's important for a younger fan to understand that, what a Trent Jackson's always going to mean here, and Danny Jones, so on and so forth. I mean, you grew up in Wisconsin. You watched a lot of basketball. Do you remember, you just touched on it, I guess, so the answer is yes. You do remember some things from that season in the Big Ten, but would imagine you get an idea of the field house too, and the electricity as that team was getting better and better.
As a little kid there. But yeah, the Cokes getting kicked off. I was usually probably the one up in the second deck kicking it off because that's where my tickets were. But no, it was electric. Obviously, the fans were just like they are today, getting behind us and really making the place loud. And like I said, that was, you talked to Trent Jackson, Danny Jones, go back further even, Ricky Olson before that. You know, just so many players that have come through this program that, as you look back, really had left their fingerprints on this program in terms of how it had to be built over the course of time. And I say a lot of people have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on the floor over at the field house, and now they're doing it here at the Kohl Center.
I've said this many times, but every time I see Ricky Olson or hear the name, I think, how many points would he have had? Had the three-point line, been in existence his whole career. Might be at the very top or awfully close to it, right, at this school.
Yeah, definitely. He could really fill it up. That was the one guy I emulated in my driveway when I was a kid. I pretend I was him. Fill it up. He made more than I made, though. I had a do-over on a late clock situation. But no, it's great to have all those guys back. Great to see him.
Yeah, he made more than most. I think that is safe to say. Every time Michigan comes in here now, at least for the last few years, it brings back memories for any number of Badger fans, probably coaches too, of a certain shot by Ben Brust that sent the game into overtime. Michigan, a very, very good team that season as well. Deep run, Final Four run, title game run. But Ben's shot, I don't know how many times he has relived it. I'm guessing more than one.
Yeah.
But as a coach, as much as you're into today and the next game, Are there just certain moments that are kind of frozen in time, and that maybe would be one of them, what Ben
That
did?
one definitely, you know, as much as you practice late game situations in practice, and then you're rarely in those situations in games when it really comes down, everything fits together where you can actually run what you've worked on. The pieces don't always come together quite like they did that day. And obviously for him to catch the ball, how he caught it, everything how you would have practiced it and what you talked about in terms of the pass, the momentum towards the rim, and obviously you got to make the ball go in, or we're not even talking about that. It's how a half court he missed. But everything that we had worked on and the pieces you need to have come together, they did that. And the pass was on money. Obviously Ben took that 1 or 2 dribbles and let it fly, and obviously now it's one that everybody talks about years later.
Absolutely, and they talk about it in large part because the team went on to win in overtime, and Benny actually had the shot that proved to be the game winner there too. It gets maybe lost by some because of the heave at the end of regulation, but I would imagine he is as proud of the shot. And a lot of other things happened, but he hit a big shot in overtime.
He did hit a big one. That there was able to get us enough breathing room to win that thing. So yeah, you were right. It was a very good Michigan team, and those are one of the memories that you keep forever. I know
we have probably broached this subject before in past shows, but part of the alumni weekend that's pretty cool to see, even from where we sit, is how badly those former players want the current players to do well, right? I mean,
right.
that attachment never leaves, which is a sign of a great culture, generation to generation.
Right.
That has to be pretty satisfying.
It is. It's really neat to see those guys come back. They're at practice and get a chance to do that over the weekend. Obviously being at the game with the Saturday game, that works out well, but it's neat to watch guys interact, and you're right. I get messages and emails and letters all the time from the alumni that echo how proud they are to watch the current group and know that they understand it. They understand what they're going through. They've walked in those shoes, so they understand there's going to be good times. They understand there's going to be trying times, but they look back now as they reflect on their careers, whatever it was, 20, 30, right. 40 years ago, with a lot of pride and really appreciate the experience they had here, and they want our current players to make sure they have the same appreciation, and now as they look back and make sure they understand how good things are and what a great opportunity they have here.
All right, Badgers will have their next opportunity, this current group, on Wednesday night, hitting the road down in Champaign to take on the Illinois Fighting Illini. That'll be an 8 o'clock tip Central Time from Champaign. Coach Gard returns in a few minutes with this week's edition of the Great Dane Great Question of the Week. Stick around.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
Ever since she can remember, she's wanted to become a doctor, a surgeon to be exact. Maybe it's because she's good at science, or because she loves math, or maybe it's because Lydia was born with a serious craniofacial anomaly, a cleft lip and palate that required a series of complex surgeries. And now she just wants to help others, just like the surgeons at UW Health helped her. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Kruzowicz looking and looking, still looking. Inbounds pass to Brust across half court. He'll hoist one up. He hit it! Ben Brust for three. Let's play 5 more minutes in Madison.
We talk so much about Ethan Happ. He's got the rebounds. He's improving his free throw game. But bench scoring is something you have to talk about, too, for the Badgers.
And that's you look to Kobe King right now. 8 points out of the 11 bench points, bringing a spark to this team.
Now, Ben, what is it like to be back, but now on the other side of the court?
It's really weird. It's like I used to look at those guys and be like, what are they doing? And now, like, I'm on the other side of things and coming up with storylines and questions. And it's just fun to be in Madison and to see the whole place filled on before like a Christmas break, and you can tell people love the Badgers, and it's just happy to be here.
And you said about the differences. How did your game prep change from being a player to now commentating?
How did my game prep change? That's a good question, because I still like don't eat a lot before. I didn't eat a lot before I played, and I don't eat a lot before I do the broadcast, which makes me excited now that the game's over to get some food. But it's still about getting the knowledge, getting the notes, whether you're scouting a team and knowing the personnel of the other team. I'm still doing the same thing, writing down all the names so I can retain all the information and just help teach a little bit of the game, and hopefully people enjoy it.
What qualities do you think you've brought over from your playing days to commentating?
It's fun because, and it's different when you're doing a Wisconsin game because you know a little bit more than you would if I was doing a Michigan State or a Michigan game. But it's fun to like let in some knowledge about things that you may not be noticing. You see all the time, but how meaningful those things are. So just trying to have fun and teach and enjoy the broadcast. So if people are watching and I'm enjoying it, they're usually having fun with me.
Is it hard when you're commentating to not almost be like a sideline coach? Do you want to almost coach when you're up there commentating?
Not anymore. Like I've trained myself now. It's always the Badgers. It's the Badgers. It's not we. We's are a no-no. So it's always the Badgers. And just spending time with the other coach, Dante Jackson, was awesome to see him teach his guys, and it just makes you want to tell the story of both teams and appreciate what they all bring.
Well, I know the Badger fans love seeing you back. Now, what does the broadcasting world hold for you?
I have no idea. I'm having fun right now. Had 3 opportunities to call a couple Badger games. Maybe later on call some different games, but I just have fun doing it, and hopefully get some more opportunities in the future.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
Hi, this is Coach Greg Gard, inviting you to join the Badger Basketball Booster Club. As a member of the Booster Club, you will have the opportunity to participate in a variety of great events, including pregame chalk talks, golf outings, and an away game bus trip. The Boosters play a vital role in assisting our staff and student athletes through fundraising and sponsorship. For additional information on joining the club, please call 608-265-6161. There is no better way to show your support than to join the Badger Basketball Boosters.
The Learfield Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or at L Directors Cup on Twitter or Facebook. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Greg Gard is presented by UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week. James down in Janesville wants to know, Coach, how's Tyler Wahl doing his senior year over in Minnesota?
Oh, James, thanks for your question. Very good start on a very good team. You know, a team last year that lost in the state championship game, but they've got a lot of guys back, and Tyler's leading the crew. You know, he's had big numbers. He's so complete, Matt. I think that's the one thing. He can score, he can rebound, he's a terrific defender. Tough as nails, he fits. You know, when you watch him play, you say, okay, there's a Badger.
Right.
And what he's done, and what he did on a national scene, played on a really good AAU team, and obviously having a really good senior year now. So we're excited. That's down the road. We got a lot of season left this year, but he's a terrific fit for us.
Same school as Reavers, right?
Same school, yeah. So that didn't hurt at all.
No.
That helped a little bit.
I would imagine too, it helps in the evaluation because you get a pretty good first-hand knowledge.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt. And Nate helped. You know, Nate helped recruit him. He talked about, and that's always our best recruiters are our current players because they're walking through that experience that the future student athletes are going to have. And Nate made sure he, you know, was very honest and open with Tyler, and Tyler saw a very good fit.
All right, appreciate your question. The Great Dane with the location up in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area, including the Hilldale location, where Coach Gard's show will resume live beginning in just a couple of weeks, pre-recorded for the next couple, and we rejoin live in early February. Badgers on the road Wednesday night, taking on Illinois down in Champaign, and then a home matchup at the Kohl Center, a 1:15, an old school Saturday afternoon home Big Ten basketball game, Wisconsin and Northwestern. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
It's times like these when you've got to stay centered. The 2018 Nissan Rogue, with available Pro Pilot Assist that can help keep you centered in your lane. Experience it only at your local Nissan store. Now the most exciting tech you own is in your driveway.
Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing, his family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.